Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness! Where's Sarah?
I'm sorry.
She's gone. We... we need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure.
We can't find more artifacts without the Eye though, right?
Years in the making to modify the station. Take time to fix the damage, but more is the worse if we abandon her and try to start over.
The Starborn want the artifacts. We need to move them.
Got the right of it.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High-populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
That won't really make the Lodge or the Eye more secure, will it?
Clear from the few encounters we've had that the artifacts are all the Starborn prize.
They could come after us, though. Try to find out where we put them.
Need to take the risk. The Eye, the equipment in the Lodge, not easily moved. Gotta hope whatever is giving the Hunter pause applies to the whole. Just need to make another direct hit less the jackpot.
We can keep them on my ship.
Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the Lodge after.
You can now build the armillary on your ship or at your outposts. To build the armillary on your ship, go to the new armillary screen inside your ship's cockpit. To build the armillary at one of your outposts, go to your outpost and enter the build mode. There will be a new quest category that contains the armillary. What? Quest category? Quest. Build the armillary on your ship or build the armillary at an outpost. What should I choose?
I was too slow. If only I'd packed up the artifacts faster.
Don't blame yourself, Noel.
What are we supposed to do now? This is all my fault.
Wait, Noel, where was Sona? Where is she? I'm worried about her.
This is all my fault. What are we supposed to do now?
We can't move home and Hearth, but we can at least move the artifacts.
Okay, what should I do? Keep the artifacts on the ship or at an outpost? Which one is safer?
No, my plan might be a fool's test, but taking the artifacts back to the Lodge won't cut it. Paid for the artifacts with our lives now. Got to find a secure spot for them. We can't move home and Hearth, but we can at least move the artifacts.
Maybe it's better to have them on the oh no, Sarah. Maybe it's better to keep them on the ship, right?
Thank you again. I will be all right.
I mean, building it on the ship means it'll always be on our watch. I don't know. Okay, so I can build it here. What should I do? Here or at an outpost? Armillary screen. Build the armillary in this ship. I'm confused. No, not confused. I can't make a decision. Should I build the armillary on the ship or at an outpost? Build armillary. You can now move the armillary. Starborn attacks are more likely wherever the armillary is placed. If you choose to keep the artifacts in your inventory. Oh, I see. You can now move the armillary. Starborn attacks are more likely wherever the armillary is placed. If you choose to keep the artifacts in your inventory, then attacks are more likely everywhere. Oh, okay. The armillary is connected to this ship's graph drive. Add artifacts. You have no new artifacts. Remove armillary. You have no new artifacts to add. The ship's graph drive, okay. Listen, everyone. Hold on. Wait. Where should I go? Return to the lodge, okay. Where is Sona though? I want to check up on Sona. I need to know if she's safe. Yeah, the UC security were useless against the Starborn. Wait, no one's here? There's usually a ship technician. Where are they? Oh no. Is this the aftermath of the Starborn attack? Really? Okay. Twice New Atlantis suffered something like this, or at least the spaceport area, twice. Once from the Terror Morph attack, and now the second time from the Starborn attack. My goodness.
If you were a victim of the recent attack, please remain calm. UC Security has everything under control.
Twice the spaceport experienced something like this. The Terror Morph and now the Starborn.
There's been an incident. Please continue going about your business. If you're with the press, we have no statements to make about the attack at this time.
Shouldn't we involve the UC government? I mean, we're going up against a group of people with special powers and abilities, and they were able to cause all this carnage.
We're asking everyone to continue their day. There's no more active threat.
I think we should involve the UC government. I think we should talk to President Abeo.
UC Security is sweeping all areas hit by the recent attack. You're perfectly safe. If you were a victim of the recent attack, please remain calm. UC Security has everything under control.
There's been an incident. Please continue going about your business. If you're with the press, we have no statements to make about the attack at this time.
We're asking everyone to continue their day. There's no more
I will not tolerate the theft of any nearby objects.
Are you alright, Sergeant Yumi?
Dr. Royce at the Dawn's Roost. Servers have good memories by trade. He'll remember the pub. How's the investigation going? See you later.
I hope my crew at the viewport are safe. Marika, Simeon, and Gideon. I hope they're alright.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Okay, under lockdown. Very unlucky for New Atlantis. Suffered twice. Suffered 2 attacks. Yeah, let's talk to President Abiyu, right? I think it's important we receive help from them. We can't face the Starborn alone. We are not strong enough. Let's see if I can secure help from the President. Office of the President.
The whole of the settled systems are in your debt, whether they know it or not.
In my debt? Good. Now I need your help.
This is the first step in our long march against the Terramorphs. But we'd be going nowhere if it weren't for you. Shocked doesn't begin to describe it. But at least we now know the parties responsible for this tragedy. Check in with your commanding officer. All your future assignments will be going through him. The whole of the settled systems are in your debt, whether they know it or not.
Okay, I get the impression that the Constellation as a whole, as a group, they are not, they don't want others to know about the artifacts and the special, and how special it is. But why? I mean, why does Constellation want to keep this a secret from the UC government? Maybe because they don't want the UC to be their competitor. I mean, they already have a competition with the Starborn. They don't need to add the UC government into this, right? So that means there is a certain amount of distrust that the Constellation has toward the UC government if they don't want the UC government to know about the artifacts and the special powers that Darko... Well, I can understand about the special powers. We need to keep that a secret. Because we don't know how the UC government will react to that, right? But regarding the artifacts, keeping them a secret from the UC government means that the Constellation does not completely trust the UC government with their endeavors. Which is a good thing, in my opinion. You can't trust the government 100%.
Hey, don't think about it too much. Just have some time.
Is everyone here? Sarah Morgan's belongings have been moved to the lodge basement.
Hey, maybe we should get back out there? Staying at the lodge feels weird.
We'll get through this. Those Starborn aren't gonna stop us.
Where is Sona though? I need to know where Sona is. I need to know that she's safe. Is it? Sarah Morgan's outfit. Do I really want to wear her outfit? Why is Cora going outside the lodge? Because she feels weird? Because of the attack, I guess.
There's that empty feeling again. Whenever someone's gone, there's like a hole in the lodge where there used to be. Wouldn't mind burning some helium out in the fringe instead of being here, you know? Gladly. Talking about myself is one of my hobbies.
Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's...
Constellation has suffered losses before.
I know.
Although,
look,
none
we
quite
all feel
so
like we've been kicked
violently.
into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Any known records of this so-called Starborn?
Although my database of human history is not fully complete, it is quite extensive. At this time, I am unable to locate any valid references. Given the unusual nature of the encounter, it is reasonable to surmise that any earlier occasions would have been documented. One explanation is that this is the first time they have been discovered. An alternate explanation is that prior encounters resulted in 0 survivors to document the experience.
That's really comforting, Vasco.
I detect a discrepancy between your words and tone, commonly known as sarcasm, one of Barrett's frequent choices in communication. If this analysis is in error, please let me know, and I will update my database. Although my database, given the unusual one explanation,
Let's hope this is just the first time then.
that is the preferred explanation, given the implications for your future survival. But it remains the case that their first interaction consisted of threats of violence. Although my database, given the unusual one explanation,
If they want to fight, they'll get one.
Their motives have yet to be clearly established. Given the initial scans of their vessel, caution is advised. They do seem to be quite capable of defending themselves.
So do we, Vasco. So do we. Wait, so do we or so are we? Where is Andreje? Is she still, minding her own business in her room?
I'm not sure
yes.
when things will feel safer. But we have not been attacked again. The lodge feels a little colder than it used to. Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to be expected. The lodge feels a little colder than it used to.
Where the fuck is Sona? I'm worried about her. Where the fuck is Sona? I can only hope that she was sent away from the lodge on some kind of chore. Or maybe she was sightseeing when all of this happened. Noel, you haven't told me where Sona is.
We can pay to fix the damages, but, well, some things are irreplaceable.
No more Starborn have shown up. Yet.
If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember. He said our part in glimpsing the unity was over. Glimpsing the unity, I assume that is the vision that Darko receives every time he touches an artifact.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
Ah.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Where is the Sanctum Universum anyway? I think we came across him before, right? He was talking or having a discussion with a group of people.
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
You're right. It's too big of a coincidence not to try.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
I need to inventory all our equipment and other odds and ends for damages.
You know, traveling with you has been something else. But the best part is when we're charting course for the next jump. I never feel at home planetside. How about you?
Flirt? What is this? Space is the only home I need. They both have their charms.
Well, how non-committal of you. See, the people I don't get are the ones who never go anywhere. They stay in their own hometown, they just live and die there.
Why?
There's a whole galaxy full of wonder.
I mean,
things you could never imagine. How can they be satisfied with one tiny sliver of it?
well, why does it matter? Not everyone can be an explorer, you know? Yeah, okay. All these two answers are correct in my opinion. People have different priorities, and even those who want to go to space to explore, not everyone gets the opportunity. Right? Oh, both this answer is correct. I wish I can combine these two answers. People have different priorities, and not everyone gets the opportunity.
I guess we're having a good old-fashioned staring contest.
People have different priorities. That doesn't make them wrong.
I mean, you're right, but I think everyone should at least get out once. And go someplace, meet people. Get out of your comfort zone so you can really see that the worlds are more than just little issues and bickering. There's a mess of ugly out there, but my God, there's grandeur too.
Never knew you were that poetic.
Space. That great void. That's the stuff for me. I want to be the code that finds something deep out there. Solomon got us here in a big way. I'd like to discover something that moves people. Makes them feel just a bit of what I feel when I jump systems. Not knowing what's next.
That's what Constellation is all about.
Exactly. You know, it's funny, as much as Jacob, my dad, cashes in on the family name, he's got no adventure in him. And I get it. It's dangerous, sometimes scary out there. But that's what exploration is. Going off the map and seeing if there truly be dragons.
Jacob has none of that co-family spirit in him then.
Not one drop. He's always been about making deals, keeping goods moving. Despite his many, many flaws, I think deep down, he is trying to do good for Kilo City. But if you're gonna be name-dropping Solomon all the damn time, you should act a little more like him.
I think I disagree a little bit with Sam here. Solomon Co. was an explorer, yes, but he was also the one who founded Aquila City. And I assume he led the city for some time, right? Before he died. So I think what Jacob is doing right now is an aspect of Solomon Co.'s character. A leader, an administrator, even though he retired, right? Oh, wait. Hold on. Retired? Had Jacob ever been in a leadership position?
As much as I enjoy having you around?
I forgot. But Sam mentioned Jacob making deals and stuff like that. I think it's one aspect of Solomon Co., right? Assuming Solomon Co. led Aquila before, a leader makes deals, right? So Jacob making deals is an aspect of Solomon Co.'s character. I don't think Solomon Co.'s character is all about adventure and only adventure. If he was leading Aquila before, then he has to play the administrator, deal maker, stuff like that, and not just adventuring. Here is to discovery.
Lost looking into my baby blues.
Here is to discovery, Sam.
I couldn't ask for better company. Things are gonna be rough for a while. Lodge has wounds that need healing.
If you want to talk, make it quick. I think I'm late for Noelle's science lesson.
Sona, Do you know that Sarah's dead? Hold on. Okay, what is Sam's weapons?
The lodge is still our home. Share the wealth, right?
What is your weapon? Wait, what is your weapon? What is it? It looks cool.
Things are gonna be rough for a while. Happy to even out the load.
Okay, it seems like I'm not allowed to take his weapon. Okay, never mind.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
It's certainly not like anything I've done before.
I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
I think so. It's just that maybe you should spend more time socializing with the others. You spend all your time in your room whenever we are in the lodge. But maybe it's how her character is, right? I mean, if she's a loner, I don't want to force her to socialize. But on the other hand, I feel like she needs to at least spend a little time socializing with the other Constellation members. She doesn't have to be a social butterfly, right? She doesn't have to be an extrovert. But just enough time.
There more?
But just enough time spent to socialize with other Constellation members. It doesn't have to be all the time. It doesn't have to be every day either. You are certainly very unique.
I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years.
Ah.
I am no stranger to violence and death.
I see. You don't seem to be bothered by your past. I don't know that. I don't know whether it is true or not. And do I want to use this opportunity to make a joke? I don't think from her tone that is the right time to joke. Sounds like fun.
I might not admit this to the others, but at times it was. I do not regret this, but I do know how it makes me seem. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
I think that's because Vladimir has a similar background. Vladimir was a pirate. Andreja was a smuggler. So it was similar background. The question is, what were you smuggling, Andreja? Were you a human trafficker? Oh, wait. Flirt? Oh, ho, 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 Darko. You were married to Sarah. As soon as she passed away, you immediately move on to a different woman? Huh. I'm not sure if it's appropriate.
I have gone quiet.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate, but no point in dwelling, right? Dwelling on the past. If I choose this, can I choose flirt? Have you tried telling me more Have you tried telling more jokes?
Jokes do not come naturally to me, not the way they do to others. If I try, it only makes things awkward.
Flirt, trust me, you have a lot going for you.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
So that means when she was a smuggler, she was a solo operator, not belonging to a smuggling group, but a solo operating smuggler. Okay. I've always been a loner myself. Is Darko a loner? I don't know. But so far, I've never seen Darko coming across his friends from school or from his past. So maybe Darko is a loner? I don't know. I don't think what you're saying
Have I
is...
lost your interest?
I don't think what you're saying is childish.
Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
What? What? Why is she saying that? Huh? And now you owe me one.
Again, I am not always good with humor. I am unsure if you are joking? But I will absolutely remember that you did that for me. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
At least one member. Make it two. You said Vladimir understands you, right?
Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to be expected.
Are you ready to head back out?
I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion. Just in case we need it.
Sharpen the
Looks
blade.
like it's tag you're it, Andreja.
Tag indeed, Sam. We will see you later. I'm not sure when things will feel safer. But we have not been attacked again. You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask.
Hey, let me know when you're ready to take me along with you. Should only be a few years.
Why is there no option to tell Sona about Sarah's death? Maybe Darko doesn't know yet how to break the news to Sona. You know, maybe Darko cannot bear the thought of seeing Sona sad and cry over Sarah's death.
Yeah, a little bit. That planet was the only real home that I ever knew. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it feels like I've left my family behind. It was a really tough decision to make. But you and Sarah were right. I had to move on with my life. And hey, one day when I'm old enough, I could always go back for a visit.
Wait, I just remember, are we leaving Sarah's body in the eye? Are we supposed to do something about it, like a burial or something?
Sorry. I've been lost in thought for a bit.
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced.
Okay, where is Noel?
Hey, let's not stick around the lodge too long. We should get out there. Wouldn't mind burning some helium out in the fringe instead of... Yes?
Okay, where is Noel? Is she in her room?
No more Starborn have shown up. Yet. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before?
Mateo. Wait, where is Andreja? Should I give her the Gatling gun? Maybe. I mean, Sarah was using it, right? So it was the best weapon, according to Sarah. The best weapon that she possesses. So yeah. 777, okay. Andreja, where are you?
The lodge feels a little colder than it used to. A good team always shares the load.
What is your weapon? I don't know. Let's give her the... What is it? Yeah, micro gun. And the ammunition. Explorer space helmet. Incendiary, refine. Oh, anti-Xeno. Oh, okay. Superior Constellation Pack. Assassins Refined. Unrestrained Vengeance. What is this? A rare laser rifle. Oh, Furious Calibrated. Beowulf. Okay, Beowulf. Beowulf and Assassin's Refined Unrestrained Vengeance. Okay, let's go. Let's go see Matteo.
Appreciate that not every meter of land is plowed under to build this city. This tree is far too grand for such a fate.
Oh, this tree? Okay.
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Oh.
Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good. Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess. Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately. Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good.
Are you a member? Keeper Aquilus seems to know what he's talking about.
We should talk to the Keeper. I talk to the Keeper all the time, but suddenly I feel nervous. Time to see if Keeper Aquilus can help us. I talk to the Keeper all the time, but suddenly I feel nervous. Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
Azalea?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
We think your church is connected to a group of space weirdos. This is all you, Matteo.
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Matteo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Could it be that the Starborns are connected to, what is it called? Sanctum Universum.
I'll meet you inside. Let's head in. Let's head in.
It could be, right? Talk to Keeper Aquilus. Hold on. Where is Matteo? Oh, he's inside already. Come on, Andreja. Come, sit here.
Now that we have a little privacy,
hold on.
Why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We were attacked by a group called the Starborn.
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it.
Solomon Coe?
This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Maybe this pilgrim was a Starborn.
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
Let's hear this story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun.
Oh.
And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Hold on. Founders of Enlightenment and Varun. Okay, so Varun is involved in this? Could it be? I don't know, this is just a theory. Could it be that the Varun was formed because they found this this unity? I don't know. Infinitum addendum. That's an odd saying, very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Okay, what is this House of Enlightenment? Another faction? So we have the UC, we have Freestar, we have Varun, and now we have House of Enlightenment. If you've already talked to them, why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
Talking to House Varun seems like a mistake. They're dangerous.
Oh, yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships.
What?
I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the Well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
A branch of the House of Enlightenment. So it is not a faction. It is what? An organization?
The Varun zealot they captured should still be in the security office here in New Atlantis.
Can you tell me about the Sanctum Universum?
Well, we're a newer organization, at least officially. Our facility here in New Atlantis has only been around a few decades. But we're gaining new members all the time. I think people have been grasping for something to express what they're experiencing, and I'm glad we can be here for them.
Hold on. He said their place here is only been a few decades. So this is not the central seat of Sanctum Universum. So where is their headquarters located? You know, the Vatican equivalent. This is a religious group, right? So where is their headquarters located, if not in New Atlantis? I wonder. You are a priest?
Keeper by title. But yes, I suppose the title fits. I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be here for those who need us, who find meaning in our message. If you have questions, I'm happy to try and answer. But you do have to actually ask first. The Sanctum will always be here for those who seek it.
I'll stay here while you gather the other pilgrim stories. Go ahead. I need to talk to the Keeper some more. The Keeper and I have some catching up to do. You go ahead. Go ahead. I need to talk to the Keeper some more.
Is this a place of, what, prayer?
One simple jump. The same as I'd made dozens of times before, and something touched me. Something warm and kind and good.
Good.
I try and take a few trips each year now. No real destination in mind, it's the jumping that matters. I'd heard of the Sanctum growing up, but never thought much of it. Then one day, it happened for me. I'm happy to help out in whatever way I can here. Anything Thomas needs, I'm here for him.
Thomas.
The first time I came to New Atlantis, I met Thomas. Thought it was absolutely crazy. Oh, how that's changed.
Who is Thomas? A train engine?
I try and take a few trips each year now. No real destination in mind, it's the jumping that matters.
The jumping?
One simple jump. The same as I'd made dozens of times before, and something touched me. Something warm and kind.
Oh, this is Thomas.
Our numbers are growing every year. Aquilus's message really connects with people. Some folks never feel it. That connection to the universe you only get from grav jumping. Honestly, I wish I could show them what they're missing.
Oh, when she said jump, she meant grav jumping. So grav jumping is a part of their religious activity.
You know, there are folks I sometimes see only once every few years. In between, they're just out there, jumping.
Maybe grav jumping is like a pilgrimage, but what is their destination though?
That first jump. It changes you, unlocks something within you. Have you felt it? It's something, isn't it? The further out we reach into the stars, the more we learn about ourselves. Our numbers are growing every year. Aquilus's message really connects with people.
Okay, so this is like a communal prayer place or something. The symbol of Sanctum Universum, a triangle. Okay. Among the graph jumps. Talk to the Varun prisoner. Okay. I can't believe, I still can't believe we lost Sarah. That sucks.
Aquilus has seen so much. I'm really glad I can talk to him when I need to.
I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
She has some charm. She's kind of cute.
I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it.
Talk to Royce at the Dawn's Roost. Servers have good memories by trade. He'll remember.
Wait, I've met her before, right? Or was it just my imagination? It's been quite a long time since my last session. Mirza?
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Hold on. Entwine the universe. Is it the same concept as unity then? Entwine the universe? I admire your conviction. A cosmic serpent seems like a poor answer to the universe's problems. Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him. Should I get straight to the point or should I make small talk? I admire your conviction.
The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever
Oh, unbeliever.
He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down.
He's dead?
But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Wait, Jinan killed the unbeliever, but the unbeliever returned? Sounds like the unbeliever is a Starborn. I mean, back in the lodge, Darko killed, or supposedly killed, the hunter, but he returns. Maybe this unbeliever is a Starborn. Maybe Starborns are immortal, unable to die. So how are we supposed to stop them, to fight them? I mean, there must be more to your god than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me. There is only one truth. The Great Serpent.
Oh yeah, this option is grayed out, so I have talked to her.
The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colonies. But I was ambushed, and my ship disabled. Now, I am here.
I'm surprised the UC didn't kill her. What were they planning to do with her, keeping her here? I wonder if Ambassador Balmore has been in contact with this Mirza. Is there anything more you could tell me about yourself?
No, I have told you what I will. Everything else is between me and the Great Serpent.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
New Atlantis puts on a wonderful show of security, does it not?
Security in New Atlantis begins with you.
Over there is the place where Sarah expressed her desire for commitment. Darko remembers it and feel a sadness growing inside of him.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away the left.
The well. Okay, so the well is a part of New Atlantis then, not a separate place. Wait, this is where Darko escaped through, right? From the lodge, Darko and the others, they went through this place, right? Hold on. I want to explore, but hold on.
Walker agent, my duty is to inform and advise.
My duty is to inform and advise. House of the Enlightened. Okay. What is this? Trade Authority. APEC. APEC Electronics. House of the Enlightened. Oh. Who's
There's
this?
a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need.
Andy Singh. Yeah, I think I heard Keeper Aquilus said that the House of Enlightened is helping people here or something like that.
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquilus sent me. I need to talk about the pilgrim.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Hold on, charity. So they are like they are like a charitable organization. You've talked about this with Keeper Aquilus before.
Yeah, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms.
Oh, he's not fond of Sanctum Universum. If you are going to recite meeting notes at me, I want coffee and donuts.
We might actually have some, but anyway.
Okay.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Oh no, the problem of two. Unity. So the drifter or the unbeliever's goal is unity. Everyone becomes one. So there is no problem of the second person. What? What did they mean? Each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up.
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Oh, so the House of Enlightenment is an atheistic organization. He said there is no God, right?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some... If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
I also hate the number 2 with a fiery passion. Should I joke? Or should I be serious? I mean, it's not like he's trying to preach to us, right? So even if I joke, it wouldn't be seen as confrontational. right? I hope not. I also hated the number 2 with a fiery passion.
That's what you got out of that, huh? Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture.
What?
Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
So he thinks the founding members were lying about this encounter? But the Varun woman said... I mean, I don't think the founding members were lying. Because Mirza told the story about the unbeliever and Jinan. And now the story about the founding members of the House of Enlightenment with the Drifter. There's a similarity to this encounter, right? Jinan killed the unbeliever, but he keeps coming back. And the founding members of the Enlightenment sent
I'm sorry,
the Drifter.
were you about to say something?
Sent the Drifter away, but he keeps coming back. I don't think the founding members were lying. Can you tell me anything else about Unity? What it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Okay. From my conversation with Andy Singh, they don't believe in the Sanctum Universum's faith, right? They don't even believe in a god. But I do not sense any feud between the two organizations. Is there a feud amongst them? I wonder.
Nice talking to you. Hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Who pays for all this?
We don't exactly pass around an offering plate, if that's what you're asking. But we do run mostly on donations. And as you might have guessed from the surroundings, we try and stretch those donations as far as we can.
Okay, donations. So who donate to them? Everyday folks? Or are there also rich people donating? Rich people with a heart of gold. What is the House of Enlightenment?
We started as an intellectual movement built around atheism. As our numbers increased, we began focusing on humanitarian efforts and showing what humanity can achieve when we work together.
Atheism. Okay. So they started as a group of atheists. Then they evolve into charity.
We started as an intellectual movement built around atheism. As our numbers increased, we began focusing on humanitarian efforts and showing what humanity can achieve.
Humanitarian efforts. Okay.
You seem to have lost your train of thought.
I'm looking for work.
Perfect. It just so happens there's a task I need help with right now.
Just make sure the pay is good.
It'll be appropriate. I understand that no one should work for free, even in service of the community. As for the job, I need you to pick up a man named Tahir over at the medbay. He's recovering from some injuries and needs assistance getting back to his apartment.
Tahir?
I'd like you to pick him up, grab a bite to eat, and take him home.
Huh? Tahir? Is he unable to walk home by himself?
I'm afraid not. Even after you're healed, it takes time to recover from something like this. Most people have family and friends to lean on, but Tahir has no one. On top of that, he's a young and prideful man, so he won't accept help from UC security.
So Tahir is alone. No family. Why isn't the UC helping him?
That's a touchy subject. Tahir's had several run-ins with UC security, including tagging, theft, and brawls.
Oh.
He also blames the UC for the conditions in the well, not to mention his own personal difficulties. And since he won't accept help from the authorities, the house is stepping in to provide aid.
Okay, so he has committed some crimes before, okay. Where does Tahir live?
In one of the poorer districts, near where the children play soccer. Take him that far and he should be fine. Tahir is prideful, and I don't want him to feel like you held his hand. You just nudged him in the right direction.
Near where the children play what? Soccer? I'll do the job.
Great, you'll find him over at the med bay. He's probably hungry, so after you pick him up, escort him over to Kay's. She should have a meal ready for him to take home. And thanks.
Hungry, okay.
Remember to stop by Kay's and get him something to eat.
Stop by Case.
Nice talking to you.
What is this? Oh, his office, okay. Oh, look at this. Requires key. This is unlocked elsewhere. How do I unlock this? Oh, look at that. Who are these people? This is unlocked elsewhere. Huh. Okay, so this is like if you are in a lakeside cafe, right? Just pretend this is a lake. So what are they doing here? Group discussion about what? About their next move or their humanitarian projects? Maybe? Caffeine? The fighting may have ended, but many hearts are still waging war. Our colony war support groups are free and confidential. Contact today and find the peace you fought for. Bad morale, good morale. Lay off the booze. Colony war support groups. Oh, okay. Okay, return to Keeper Aquilus. Okay, let's go.
Keep it moving.
Wait. Over here? Oh yeah, this is where we went through while escaping the hunter. Wait. A waterfall? Ah, sewage water. Wait, why would someone want to sit here? Getting splashed by sewage water. Sewage water is dirty, right? Why would anyone want to sit or stand near here and get splashed by the dirty water? I don't understand.
Alright, Father. You coming or not? This is the last time I am going to offer.
I don't need your help. I can walk home on my own.
Suit yourself. But if you get lost or end up in a cell, don't blame me. I tried to help.
What?
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey, thanks for your service. So, your file says Ronin. What does that mean exactly? You're one of those sword people. You know they make guns now, right? Yeah?
Sword people.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
You wear yours, by the way. And also one more thing. Darko is not just any vanguard, he's a first-class citizen.
What?
Oh, this is Tahir. So the UC guy was talking to Tahir. Tahir, okay, hold on. I'll get back to you
There are
later.
always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
Okay. I thought this is one of those recruitable NPCs from cafes when I noticed her uniform, right? So I looked to the left. One of those generic unnamed NPCs that you can recruit, like weapons,
because no one has time to help me.
like weapons specialist. So I guess maybe Luisa Reyes. So she's like Simeon, Gideon, and other named NPCs maybe. Judging from her uniform, looks like
I
a ship's.
understand that Mask has a tremendous amount to keep track of. I just wish it wasn't always my work that falls through the cracks.
Looks like a ship's crew uniform.
Hey! Oh, you're not Carl.
Oh,
Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
she isn't a recruitable ship crew. Who's Carl?
Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me. Clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here.
What exactly are you investigating?
We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted to various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution.
She said brownouts, right? I could assist you.
Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Antonio's place.
Thanks for helping me out with this. I'm glad I can count on someone. Thanks for helping me out with this. I'm glad I can count on someone.
I will help you, but not now. Later. Oh. Wait, I can't interact with this. Why? What happened? What? What is going on? Why can't I interact with this? Why? I return to Keeper Aquilus. Oh well.
Wen really keeps the distribution center.
Wait, where is Mateo? Come on, Andreja, sit here.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Jinan fought 4 times, over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn?
The Enlightened story used the word second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system.
Wait,
Is there anything else?
how did you arrive to that conclusion that the number refers to planet? In your story, the pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system?
Infinitum?
Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dum. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Wait, what? Indum? That's the name of the star system? Wait, really? Wait. So Darko knows about this star system called Indum. This must have been an information Darko acquired during his secret past, between him retiring as a chef and before he joined Argos Extractors. Next planet
Was
I
there
find,
something more on your mind?
I'm naming Dum Dum. What do you think?
Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh.
Indum, that's the name of the star system. Okay, so Darko knows about the star system. Must be from his past works as a mercenary before he joined Argos.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested. Tested? By whom? Starborns? But why? There is something sacred out there, bringing everything together. I don't know. Is it? Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested.
I understand. So much to ponder. Sometimes it's difficult to know where to start.
There is something sacred out there, bringing everything together.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
Isn't it already sanctified? Doesn't the sanctum have grav pilgrims?
Yes and no. We believe God is out there waiting for us in the universe, and that the grav jump will bring us closer. But is gravity itself an article of faith? What do you think?
So the Sanctum Universum believes that God is somewhere in the universe, in this universe. Wait, the universe is too vast. We are not even outside the galaxy, right? We are still in the Milky Way galaxy. So he believes God is somewhere in the Milky Way galaxy. No, that's just a natural force. Unity is something greater. Huh?
Was there something more on your mind?
Huh? I don't understand. Yes, gravity is a miracle, just like life itself. I don't know. No, that's just a natural force. Unity is something greater.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for? Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Hold on. Yep, Indum is a real star system. Darko knows about this. Must be from his mercenary works.
I hope you find it, the true meaning of unity. May God go with you.
The true meaning of unity is that if you use unity, you will be charged money for each installation of a game. I think that was the plan, but I think it was scrapped. I think the CEO, before he retires, he wanted to charge developers for each installation of a game made by Unity. But last I read, the person responsible for that idea has stepped down or retired from Unity. If that's true, then that's a good thing, right? For the developers, I mean. Go to Indum too? Okay. What about Sarah's body? Are we supposed to just leave?
That they have not demolished the structure, even if diplomacy has ended for now. It may not have been their intention, but it represents hope.
Can we run through it one more time?
You can over-rehearse. It'll sound canned. We got to keep it loose.
The lives of nearly every individual in the settled systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
You mean
What
Galbank?
they will care about is the projected PR, and we've got that covered.
Ooh, we're going to own this meeting.
That's the spirit.
in Doom 2. Maybe it's not in dumb. Maybe it's supposed to be I'm dumb. Hello.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem. I'm sure you can find something you like.
17 ships? Wow. I'm intrigued by this though. Sparrow. Bireme. Wait. Oh, okay.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Sorry. I was lost in a memory for a moment there. How can I help?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
Are all crew accounted for? Okay, good. We're taking off.
Say your last goodbyes.
But first I want to visit the Eye once again. I want to know, have they begun, doing something with Sarah's body? I hope they don't just let the body lie
Orbital
there.
insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
The Eye, Chico, they never lie.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Let us see how Vladimir is faring.
In reference to Vladimir, I am told that solitude can either be beneficial or detrimental, depending on the personality.
Okay, so Vladimir has moved Sarah's body. So where did he put Sarah's body at?
Been washing red here and there all over the station. Grim work. Never minded the solitude before, but chasing more ghosts than usual. Every noise seems to set the blood running.
I was hoping you could point me to another artifact temple.
Been poring over the charts, looking for another match. Think this one might just be it.
Power from beyond. Acquire the power on Indum 2. Oh! The same place we're going to.
The spanner's torque is what the Eye needs now. We'll fix her good as new.
What did you do with Sarah's body? Did you put her in a morgue? Where is it?
Let's deal.
Antharum survey data. Acquire the power on Indum 2. Unity. Go to Indum 2. Yep, the same place.
The Starborn have stayed away. Let's hope that does not change.
The Eye continues to be operational, despite the Starborn's recent efforts.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
Ship's detached. We're clear.
Wow, look at that. A whole new set of stars.
What? What is that? Red marker. Is it the Starborn? Go to Pilgrim's Rest. Okay, let's fight. Is that the Starborn ship or not? What ship was it? Was it the Starborn or something else? Oh, Ecliptic. Oh. Why are they after us? Don't tell me they're also looking for the artifact. Hold on, ship parts. Hold on, I need ship parts. Science outpost. So there are already humans here. This is not a virgin planet. Pilgrim's Rest. Scanner anomaly. Oh, for the powers, maybe. Pilgrim's Rest.
Let's see what's on this ball.
Alright, listen up, crew. We connect the armillary to the ship's grav drive. There is a high chance the Starborn will be after those armillaries. So, while me and Andreja are out, make sure you keep your guards up. If you don't have anything else to do, assume defensive positions. Who knows when they will attack? Understand, crew? Good. Let's go, Andreja. Why are you standing there?
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
There isn't much else going on this week. Such a casual answer. I love a good mystery.
One that, hopefully, will soon be solved. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Why is Constellation meaningful to you?
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
Hopefully, you leave a little time for fun too.
Fun is not a consideration. I am not saying I am incapable of it, it just should never be a priority over other things. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
I mean, what do you want them to do? Become explorers like us? Not everyone is interested in exploration, you know. How are things different for them?
There is no struggle to survive here. No great risk in daily life.
That's good,
I'm
right?
sure you have seen for yourself that is not the case for much of the settled systems. Hostile environments, dangerous creatures, not to mention the threats posed by other humans. None of that touches these people.
You think people need to struggle to live?
I think if there is no struggle, people can forget what living really means. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
I don't know about that. I mean, if you can have it easy, why not have it easy unless you don't like things being easy? I mean, it's up to you, right? You have obviously been through a lot.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
So she grew up outside of UC and Freestar. So her family must be one of those colonists, settlers, on a planet outside UC and Freestar jurisdiction. In one of the loading screen, there was an information about a group called LIST, and it stands for League of Independent Settlers. So her family must be one of those settlers, right? Why did your family insist on independence?
They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Your family is not wrong, right? I mean, it's safe to be wary of outsiders. I'm not saying you should not be wary of insiders. You should be worried about them as well. I mean, threats can come from anywhere, from people you know and from people you don't know. But I don't think there's anything wrong with what her family said. I mean, it is the basis
Are we still
of
conversing, or are we done?
it is the basis of being cautious, right? Being cautious and being careful. And nothing wrong with being cautious and being careful. Getting by on your own is admirable. Yeah, let's butter her up.
It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you. Yes? Let's see what wonders of life this planet boasts.
Captain Black, do you require my assistance?
Vasco, as soon as you spotted a starborn, do not engage, do not fight. Get in the ship and tell everyone to take off. Understood? And then, if the situation allows, pick us up. Pick Andreja and I up when it's safe to do so. Pilgrim's Rest. Search for clues on Unity, okay. A wind turbine, right? It's no longer moving though. So it must be busted. Oh wait, is this a town? Oh, a town. Hold on. This is a town. Pilgrim's Rest. Is this a town or an abandoned camp? Which one is it? Oh, greenhouse. Is this a greenhouse? I don't know.
I
Yeah.
promise not to laugh if you need to jump up and down to stay warm.
Okay, I think this place is abandoned, right? Yeah, I think it is abandoned. What is this? Pilgrim's Writing 2? Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are a madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with Unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. Who is this pilgrim? This can't be the unbeliever or the drifter, right? This must be someone else. Pilgrim's Writing 4. At last a bit of peace, a piece of peace. Is that anything? Is it funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Huh? What is going on? Power still on. There is still power to this place. Minus 18 degrees, wow. Pilgrim's writing too. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistance, I need workers, I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine, or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try gently as I might to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Wait, so this pilgrim doesn't believe in the divine. Oh, hold on. Believes in both science and the divine. Andy Singh's story about the drifter makes it seem like the drifter is a philosopher, right? But this writing seems like, I don't know, seems like someone who is not calm or patient as the drifter that Andy Singh described, or at least the impression that I got from it. So this must not be the drifter or the unbeliever. This must be someone else. Toilet. Access the locked room. What is writing number 1 though? Pilgrim's writing number 5. What is number 1? I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here that the road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. What? Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and thought and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. I don't understand. What is writing number 1? Oh, here it is. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them. But I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. So it seems this pilgrim has a following, but he is reluctant about it. Requires computer. Pilgrim's computer. Oh. Who are these people? Unlock personal room. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What are you talking about? Return when you know the right question. Okay. How do I open this door? Where is the food? What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Wait, why is the hunter here? Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing, becoming better, stronger. That is not my answer, okay. In stopping, in embracing compassion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Don't tell me this is actually the drifter or the unbeliever. Keeper Akulus said, I forgot what he called him. Let's just call him the pilgrim. Keeper Aquilus said the story of the Pilgrim, existed long before the formation of Sanctum Universum, right? So does that mean Sanctum Universum is formed by the Pilgrim, or maybe by a student of the Pilgrim or a follower of the Pilgrim? Portable stove. Oh, hold on. Oh, look at this. A picture of someone with a shield and a melee weapon, and someone in a cowboy outfit with, which I assume also has weapons. Modern weapons like guns. Oh, she's sleeping. Who are these people with markings on their faces? Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never, increasingly though. I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion hides the truth. Scorpion? Scorpius? Is that a coincidence? Hyla 2, interesting. Find the scorpion's sting on Hyla 2. So that place was actually a camp for the pilgrim, the unbeliever, the drifter. Interesting. How long ago was that? Because Keeper Aquilus said the story of the pilgrim existed long before the existence of Sanctum Universum, right? Okay everyone, this is the captain speaking. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to take a nap for about 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. See you in 2 hours, crew.
must be great to be able to see yourself whenever you want. I bet your whole house is full of mirrors.